at this.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's crazy cam.
What's going on,
I don't know. I'm in slow motion.
Welcome back, everybody.
Looking good.
The equipment's mad we weren't here last week.
I guess.
So we gotta
fix it.
We gotta pop in here and fix a couple things. There we go. There we go. Well, Ferg got back here and nuzzled something.
Of course.
And like my camera froze, and then when I booted right back up a little while ago, it didn't come on. I had to reset it. Your camera must have been affected too.
Oh well. I'm back.
Russ Factor Show! Wow, technical difficulties to start. Welcome back. We were not here last week. I was out in Las Vegas, hanging out there, but we're back this week. And boy, we've got a boatload of news for you.
Oh, that was a bunch.
A whole heap. Everything from Xbox to PlayStation to both. And everything in between. Mm-hmm. So, strap in. Coming up later in the show, I didn't know what to do. We kind of threw this together at the very last second. A little PC gaming spring demo fest. We got some select demos.
All right.
To check out with you a little later in the program tonight. So you want to stick around for that.
Robots.
What have I been playing? Well,
go ahead and tell everybody.
I beat Avowed.
Yep, we heard. No, they didn't hear. I did.
I beat Avowed.
What'd you think?
Well,
give me your honest thoughts.
Looking back on it, it was fun.
Okay.
I thought there was going to be more to it. A little bit. When I was nearing the end, I was ready for it to end.
Okay.
I don't know how much replayability that I have mustered up inside of me now to do like an immediate like evil reroll or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like at the end of it, I was just tired of them yapping, like, because they had a lot to say. And like, there was a nice little story. There's lore, and every character's got their own little fucking suitcase full of lore. And,
yeah. It's based on whatever franchise they did or what in the past.
But man, near the end of it, I'm just tired of hearing you guys yap. You're just repeating yourselves at this point. I feel like that. Yeah, like I said, I got near the end, and I knew it was gonna end because I'd read some things saying, you get to this point and it's just gonna kind of end. And you go to this cool place, and then you go back to where you were once, and you fight someone you fought earlier, and the game's over. Like, you finish that, and it's just like straight to one of those just
blah blah
graphic
blah.
novel looking cutscenes that just like is piecing together your ending.
Okay, so it's just the ending of New Vegas again.
Yeah, and then the credits roll. But I don't know. I just kind of felt like, honestly, I would have had to put a lot more effort into really like selling shit, like, and crafting shit and buying shit to craft shit, like to a crazy level if I really wanted to get somewhere. And the game doesn't really do a good job of, giving you the time to do that, especially if you start with one thing and then even kind of within the first couple hours move towards another thing.
The game ends before doing multiple things.
Yeah, you really kind of got to go into that game like
pick a path,
knowing what you want, and playing it through, or looking at spoilers, or looking at weapons lists is kind of the way to go if you really want to do it. Because like you need to start from the beginning working on what you're gonna want by end game or through the game as you get more powerful.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't feel like it did it. So like one aspect of it is like enemies don't respawn, and chests don't respawn, and
so it doesn't have playability during your save.
Right. So you can't there's a finite amount of shit to a degree.
You will have this much fun and no more.
Right. So yeah, that's kind of how I felt. It's
kind of disappointing.
I was like, I wish there was a way that I could just go grind something for a while, and maybe kind of catch up on this other side of my skill tree.
Yeah.
Because
so you can't really invest in whatever. Build you're doing.
Yeah, because there's no New Game
sad.
Plus.
Huh.
So what is one to do? What is one to do?
Do you want to play the game over
Do you want
again?
to just play it over again? And I was like, I got other stuff, man. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna sit here and play Avowed twice.
Huh, it's like they wanted you to move on.
But I played it. I beat it. Yay! Did a lot of it on my Legion Go. A lot of it on my Legion
Yeah,
Go.
you've been playing that thing like the Dickens.
Yeah, I'm really getting my use out of it. I didn't think I was gonna like it quite this much, but
Yeah.
wow, it's like my new favorite thing. It now that I know how to really run it, like and play in heavier games and like doing wacky shit, like limiting my FPS to 30 and then using lossless scaling to get back up to 60.
Okay.
To just really get that good performance where I can up the graphics a little bit more and still have halfway decent battery life if I unplug for a little while.
Lossless scaling.
I don't have to run any of these games like that on like super duper 30 watt mode. I can run them on performance and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's neat.
Yeah.
You're getting used to
It's
it.
kind of fun going from, just seeing how fucking high I can max out a game on my 4070 Ti Super to how low can I make a game go to where it still looks decent on this little and then the little screen helps. I couldn't be doing this on my giant screen. It would just look like shit.
Oh yeah. It look rough.
And then they put Balatro on Game Pass.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah, Balatro.
He was playing that during dinner one day. He couldn't stop himself.
Well, it has you can do touchscreen
Yeah.
controls with it. So I just
Nice
sat
and
it.
easy to play.
I just sat it like a little video poker machine at my meal.
Huh.
And was just eating my meal and tapping around on the screen, seeing if I could win some money. But yeah, Balatro is a game,
Certainly a game.
and it looks like this.
It was a card game.
Yeah, it is a card game. The music's not bad,
Yeah.
but after you hear it for 2 hours straight, you don't want to hear it anymore.
Okay.
This is Balatro, ladies and gentlemen. It was up for Game of the Year.
It won a bunch of awards.
Was this in Game of the Year category?
Dude got on stage for the guy that won. I forget what awards it won. Let me see. Balatro.
But was it up? Was it nominated for Game of the Year? I couldn't
Oh,
remember.
yes, it was. It was part of their whole thing. They played this song.
What up, Mr. Moen?
Yo.
Yeah, so I've been playing this,
I'm still his game buddy.
but he knew your name.
I know.
And this is it's mildly addictive because it's a roguelike. So you start with nothing except for playing your cards, and you earn those little coins down there at the bottom left side. And throughout it, you can start buying all these different kinds of jokers that have multipliers or perks based on certain kind of hands you play, or growing multipliers. So he's in the shop right now at the end of the round. You can also get like spectral cards that do wacky shit to stuff, like change cards to different like cards. Like you saw one that was like made of glass there, or one that looked like it was all yellow and ruffled up. They have different attributes to them if they're used in a hand. And there's a whole bunch of jokers, and like you load up different ones and do certain things. You can go through and look at how to unlock stuff. You just unlock more shit that you can potentially buy to make you dominate your rounds and keep going farther and farther and farther. So it's just like this crazy addictive little roguelike, little solitaire meets poker.
Wow. So it won. So it was nominated for Game of the Year. It won Best Independent Game, Best Debut Indie Game, and Best Mobile Game.
Yeah.
Won all three of those.
Yeah, this game's everywhere now. It's on mobile. It's on consoles.
People are playing
computer. You can. It's available on Game Pass right now too. So that's where I'm doing it because this isn't something that I would normally pick up.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's on Game Pass. One of the girls being for the wet T-shirt contest. My friend, you are about 24 years too late for the last one of those we did.
Damn.
Fly 92.7, Wichita's party station.
Man.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, is that a thing anymore? That can't be a thing anymore.
Not
like
so
every
much.
radio station in town, we did them would be promoting. Come out Thursday night to club whatever. $2 you call it. Ladies get in free. Wet T-shirt contest at 9 p.m.
Yeah. None of that.
Winner takes home $400.
Jeez. Yeah, they don't do those no more.
Yeah, I haven't ever heard a radio station promoting one of those in the last few years.
Oh, no. See those at biker rallies, maybe.
Yeah. See, I'm not really playing this right now, but I started thinking earlier, it was like, maybe I should just do the first part of the show, and we could just yap about the news, and I could be playing Balatro. Play it real small, like if I need to pull up an article or something, and then I could just go back down here.
Yeah, nothing's stopping us from playing a game while we
Play Balatro.
we talk about the news.
But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying it. So, yeah, it's like I said, a little addictive. Like I turned the TV off about 1:30 last night, and then got into bed, and I'm like, well, how about a round of Balatro?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so there's that too. But anyways, let's get right into our first story tonight. We heard some games got canceled this week. Well, a game, right?
Yeah, one game got canceled for sure.
Wonder Woman, the game.
Was canceled.
They were working on Wonder Woman, the game, and it got canceled.
Yeah.
And not only that, WB Games is shutting down the studio Monolith Productions that made it. And what are they famous for? They're the Fear games, Shadow of Mordor.
Condemned.
Yeah, man. It's like, you could have just said, go work on one of these. People liked these.
Make a Condemned game.
Instead, they make them work on a fucking Wonder Woman game. And then it gets canceled, and they're like, you know what? We're going to close the studio. And, like, people were like, they could have been working on any of these things and like made a little bit of money for old WB.
Something. Could have made just re-releases of Fear or something on modern consoles.
Yeah, that would. I mean, that's another one that I think would work now. Is if they just did like a remaster of Fear. Yeah. Even. Honestly, what I would say is if they really wanted to knock it out of the park, that one do a Fear 1, 2, 3 bundle, kind of like they did with like Mass Effect's Legends or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder how that would work. I think Fear 3 was made by a different studio, but Fear 1 and 2 were made by Monolith.
Or even just do
I'm sure they could do
Fear
it.
1 and 2 if that's all they could do, but put them both out, and that would have been great. But they're gone now, so I guess WB just owns all that IP still.
Yeah, people are complaining about how Nemesis is still patented till like 2036, so no one can use it because they shut it all down. Yeah, that does suck.
Oh, yeah. So
this also affects the Multiverses guys. Player First Games, they're gone too.
Oh, Player First Games is gone too. They just said they were shutting down Multiverses. We had that story a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
They're axing the whole studio too.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. They should. They're going to sell that shit. And they're like, for what now? You've closed all the studios. You just owned a bunch of IP. And I guess that's kind of what, like someone like Microsoft would want at this point. Is,
they'd buy NetherRealm.
Oh, you fired your entire studios under your wing and you're just selling us your IP, WB Games? Great. Thanks.
They'll buy all the IP and then they'll buy NetherRealm, which is the Mortal Kombat guys.
There you go.
They'd have it all.
There you go. A little bit of Xbox news this week. Fable got delayed to 2026. This was supposed to be one of the games that was coming out this year that was gonna, bring some eyes back on Microsoft a little bit. Nobody knew if it was gonna be a great game or not, or if it's going to be. But yeah, the Fable guys came out and said that they are gonna go ahead and delay this game. Yeah. Did they give us a date?
2026 is just this. That other link in there, the YouTube link that
I'm going to look at that in a second. Yeah,
that's the pre-alpha. But yeah, they said they are delaying it due to, I guess, technical reasons.
Okay.
Supposedly. But people seem to think on the internet
technical reasons that it's not ready for.
Yeah, like they want to do more. They want to.
It's not ready for PlayStation yet. Yeah. PlayStation version is still a little.
That's what people think.
A little shaky.
They're just gonna.
They're having trouble with PSSR because it's trash.
Pisser.
But they did not just tell everybody, hey, by the way, sorry, you got to wait a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
We also got some pre-alpha gameplay footage. And I will tell you, this looks nice. So we're going to take a look at this here. This is footage from the game Fable that will be coming out next year at an unreleased date at this point in time.
It's 2026.
But let's hop right in.
That's all you get.
This is exactly what I would hope things would look like from Playground Games in terms of the world.
It does look like a Playground Games game, though. That's what's weird about it. I see it. I see the Forza in it.
Those some damn good looking sausages. I'd eat one.
I know. He's just giving them up as bait.
It's interesting to see what they do with characters, though, because that's not really their thing.
I hope this isn't played just like a Souls-like. Kick it. There you go. Had to make sure that was in it.
Yep. Kicking Chickens is back.
Chicken Chaser.
So yeah, 2026 for that. But oh yeah, Mr. Moen, we had an excellent trip. We did a little recap podcast over on the Slotmaster 316 YouTube channel. If you want to go check that out, and you can catch that exact same podcast that I'm talking about exclusively live right here on my Twitch channel every Wednesday night. So we kind of share the podcast as I get the live stream. He gets the upload, and everybody can check it out. So, yeah, go check that out. We got our Vegas recap for that over on the Slotmaster 316 YouTube channel. Back to our news. Monster Hunter Wilds came out, and wow.
What a massive.
This game is getting absolutely slaughtered in its reviews.
Yeah. Funny. It's funny that it's getting slaughtered in its reviews.
Yeah, absolutely slaughtered.
44% last I checked. 44.39%.
44.39%. Man, there's got to be
bad.
There's probably like 10,000 people playing this game
Steam
right
DB.
now. There's probably like
show people.
There's probably like 10.
Oh. Well.
Wow.
Looks like bad reviews don't mean shit.
47.45 review. You've got almost 1 million people.
Mm-hmm.
And just 12 hours ago, it was 1.3 million people. I am surprised that not more are on right now, since it is Friday night, and they got on last night. But, yeah, this game is getting played like crazy. This is just Steam, too. This is available on PlayStation and Xbox as well, right?
Yep, it's on modern consoles.
So you know it is. It's
putting up the same numbers.
Great over
or
there
better.
as well, or better. Yeah, I bet PlayStation is knocking it out of the park, and
a lot of
Xbox
PS5
at this point too.
Monster Hunter Worlds hit Game Pass. It picked up success there. So there's probably players on there.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the bad reviews for this game. I'm hearing there's like performance issues. Digital Foundry didn't like the performance. issues
they made a real passive aggressive video, I guess.
Yeah.
About the stuttering and whatnot, but of course that's not going to stop people from playing this juggernaut of a game.
Yeah. So and you said the guys who made Pal World Pocket Pair, they started having their team members start all asking for the day off, and they knew what it was. So at the team at Pocket Pair, they're a studio that made Pal World, and they're big fans of Monster Hunter, and they gave their whole team the day off.
Yeah, don't bother them right now.
Why don't you go home and enjoy your long weekend and play you some Monster Hunter?
Mm-hmm.
So
they're busy.
There you go. Massive success. You'll start seeing, of course, these reviews start to be more accurate. That I bet it'll get up to like a 70.
It's going to get past, and then it's going to work its way up to mostly positive.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be mostly positive probably by week's end next week. Yeah. So there you go. The people
huge game.
come out with a game that people want, and the players flock to it. It's interesting how that works.
Yeah, I expect 1.8 million.
Yeah.
By this weekend, if not next weekend.
Oh yeah, I'm betting Saturday's a big day. You'll see it go up all day tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing right now. Seeing a lot of success for you. What do we got next over here? Oh. Oh.
You didn't read the news, did you?
Oh. I squeezed something in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Guess what? We were telling you about it, and we played it a couple weeks ago. Forza Horizon 5 is coming to PlayStation 5. This is a game from 2021 that's been on Xbox Live Service racing. Mm-hmm. Big fans we are. We like to play this game.
Still do.
Yeah, I still play it. It's on my thing right now. I played it in Vegas one night.
Yeah.
I took a rest, a little siesta for a while, and I hopped on. I played like 30 minutes before I went back down and got back into the action. Had my thing up, hooked up to the hotel TV, and had my little wireless controller set up, and got in. But they have a brand new expansion, or not expansion, but a brand new event thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of different. What it's going to be is over the time that's been out is they've come out with little seasonal updates that have kind of transformed a part of the world, like a map area or like a stadium or something like that. There's been a winter one and all sorts of other ones and things like that. And they're going to come out with a way starting on April 25th that you'll see here where you can go revisit all those experiences and unlock the challenges that existed and things like that.
It's going to be nice.
They've got some new cars that are coming to the unlocks. Already right now, their updates is they just rotate through all the old updates. So they give you a chance to do all the seasonal stuff and weeklies again and earn that month's car from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But yeah, check this out. And this also doubles as the announcement trailer for the release date for PlayStation. Let's take a look.
What? That's the new thing.
Yeah, that's new.
Some of those I didn't catch. Yeah, I didn't catch the dragon one, I think, or the I don't know what it is.
I think that was the Chinese New Year one.
Yeah, the New Year one. And I didn't catch one of the others that it showed, but the wave one was cool. Yeah, it's just they just blocked off like one, or they didn't really block it off. They just decorated one side of the road, one street of the road.
Yeah, and that's how all these worked. Is it wasn't like a total map renovation. There was one area in the map when it would do these that the thing would take place. I think multiple of them took place in the stadium.
Yeah, when you do the events, the tracks were a little bit modified. You'd see like physical or effects.
Yep. So it's going to give you the ability to basically somehow probably drive somewhere and just quick load screen, and you're in that version. And you can go play the tracks that they had available and visit some of that stuff that you might have missed before. And, of course, with the PlayStation people coming on, that's how they're going to access any of this old content because it's not going to trickle out anymore. They're not really doing any more massive updates for this game. Even though they are selling it to PlayStation users at full price, $60, or the $100 Ultimate Edition.
$60?
That comes with 5 days early access.
Oh, man. They're doing the full $100 for a game that's done.
And they got a deluxe edition you can buy too for $80.
But I guess you get all the content.
Yeah. So the standard edition base game, the deluxe edition comes with your Rally Adventure, Hot Wheels, welcome pack, things like that. And then your Ultimate Edition comes with your early access, I think the car pass. However it all works out. I can't remember. It works out exactly. Buffalo Bob checking in with us here.
What's up?
Hi, buddy.
Yo.
So, yeah, they're going to sell that game full price that came out in 2021 on Xbox and PC to PlayStation users for $60, $80, or $100. You're choosing. Early access starting April 25th, and then the game launches April 29th.
Oh. You're going to pay for early access. All right.
I cannot wait to see it. People are already like, what's cool about Forza is you can see the all-time players number that they reference a lot of time. That's at like 44 million in the game in one of the little areas. So we will actually see that increase as PlayStation users start logging on.
Wow, that's going to be fun to see.
Yeah.
See how fast it climbs up. Because, I mean, they really need some different racing games over there, and the Crew Motorfest ain't going to cut it. I'm sorry.
No, Motorfest is a joke. Gran Turismo is a very different type of game, of course. It's more like a Forza Motorsport to a degree, but like an arcade racer. Need for Speed hasn't made the cut for years.
No. Need for Speed. They just hang it up.
I can't remember the last one we had. Oh, that
Unbound.
Heat. Unbound.
We had Unbound, that game that just no one bought, and then it just discounted itself to $7 in the store a year later. Yeah. No one wants that.
This came out. I read about this earlier in the week, but I figured you'd throw it in the news, so I didn't look too much into it. Call of Duty had to admit they're using AI-generated assets. Anybody who's played the game would not be surprised.
Oh yeah, they've probably seen some weird stuff and calling cards.
There's a big sector of us who believe that a lot of the newer maps are generated by AI.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely content. It's got to be at this point, right? They have to be generating content for the game.
Absolutely.
Not just skins and whatnot. It has to be content.
Yeah. I mean, they're using it. The teams that are on map design, they're probably using AI to say, all right, they'll design us a layout for this map, and then they build it.
Yeah, we got to get this shit out now.
Yep. They feed it a bunch of stuff into their model about past maps and kind of some details on what they want to see, and then they start having the game develop by AI. So, I mean, and this is no secret. This is kind of where a lot of the stuff's going. Microsoft just announced that they're going to kind of dive in a little bit more with some of their AI tools in the gaming space. So, I mean, it's what's happening, man. I mean, good or bad.
It's coming. It's already here.
It's just interesting to see how it's used, because you can still have people working on a game using AI tools and create amazing new things. I think everybody just thinks like, and this is crazy, I mean, we're not here yet, but like, oh, nobody has a job. It's just AI. They're going to say, AI make this game, and it's going to make the whole game. Not yet.
No. No, we're nowhere near that yet.
So you're still going to have teams of people that just can use these tools to save time or actually innovate and get outside their little cycles of what they've been developing, and really create some interesting new ideas and stuff like that. So
like AI fix this display bug. That's the kind of thing that you use AI for.
Yeah, Phil was showing Mr. Nadella the little thing they have now where they just basically plugged a controller into the AI, and it started generating little items and gameplay based off of just inputs alone.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's odd.
So, that's kind of that. But like I said, it'll be all right. People are gonna cry about it all the way, but I think that the cusp of this is really cool, because there's just still gonna be plenty of people that are gonna work with these tools. That are gonna do things that maybe might freshen some shit up a little bit in this industry.
Maybe they should use it for optimization purposes.
There you go.
Not just asset generation.
There you go. So
look at your code.
There you go, Call of Duty. That's all right. You keep using your AI assets, but fix your game, and people come back.
Don't do the 6-finger zombie Santa like this.
Is this just an advertisement?
That's just an advertisement. I don't know why you played that.
I like that they put a play button on it.
Oh, look, it's Mecha Break.
Hey, we're going to play this game later.
I think it's Mecha Break. Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, this is. I think if this is it, we're gonna check the demo out for this a little later on the show tonight.
I love robot games.
Yeah. Activision has been forced to break its silence and admit.
We just told the story, guy. I don't need you to tell it. We used your article though. Thanks, bud. What do we have here? IDC Collective sales data proves PC handhelds are a meme. Yeah, I saw this the other day.
Yeah.
That PC handhelds are basically a niche market.
Super niche, yeah.
Who was surprised by that?
No one.
You remember for the first 2 years of the Steam Deck, you couldn't get one?
Yeah.
They made as many as they thought they could sell, and then it sold way more than they thought it could ever sell.
Yeah.
So they made more. And they're still just kind of easily available. They're still kind of just produce them on the fly. There's not a giant warehouse of just old Steam Deck sitting there.
Yep.
They kind of just know how many they're selling each month, and they're getting production in, and you don't have to wait anymore, is all. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you know, you got to divide that up between Asus ROG and Legion Go's.
Yeah,
and
they pulled the numbers on
MSI Claws.
Yeah.
And they're all just kind of in the same space here. And you know, we're going to take a look at these numbers here. Check this out.
This kind of blew my mind how low it was. I thought it'd be more with all the information that we get from the, you know, media space about these handhelds.
Yeah.
Under 6 million units sold of all of them.
Yeah, they're saying
including Steam Deck.
They're saying by like Q4 this year, the Steam Deck's projecting 4 million total.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
4 million. And that's the big boy on the block. Like,
yep. All the others, like the one I have,
total is like 2 million.
Yeah, and the one that I have and the other one, like these are the more kind of expensive ones. The Steam Deck is kind of the cheapest way to go because their most expensive offering is still cheaper than the Legion Go is at full price. I got my Legion Go on sale over Christmas for cheaper than a full price top of the line Steam Deck.
It's got way more juice than the Steam Deck.
But the Steam Deck has the OLED screen, but it's a lower resolution, less power, and things like that. And you're kind of stifled in. You can only play Steam games, and there's some other ways to play like anything that has an app, basically.
Yeah, you can do some Linux stuff on there.
Yeah, but it's not a Windows handheld.
Yeah, you can't play anything. You have to run whatever SteamOS is able to run.
Right. So, where's these numbers at? Do they give them out on each one?
I kind of put it in the thing, but if you go down, you'll see more. It's going to be right around here. Okay. So, The Verge reported like 3.7 million units shipped for Steam Deck alone.
Yeah.
And then basically everything else, just under 2 million shipments for just every other, just under 2 million shipments for since 2025. So, like it's a market that's not really growing very quickly. I thought it was, but then you look at the sales of. They compared it to the Nokia N-Gage, which sold 3 million units.
Remember this thing, chat?
That thing sold 3 million units. The PS Vita sold somewhere between 10 and 15 million units. And that was considered a flop.
I got to see if they ever figured out N-Gage emulation, because I want to go back and play some of these games. I think I have
I want to play Tomb Raider through the M-Gage emulation.
I think I have a small little set of N-Gage ROMs somewhere.
What?
Yeah.
N-Gage. Oh, man. I just remember the only thing that made me excited about the N-Gage at that time was the fact that it ran Tomb Raider. I was like, wow, a handheld that could run Tomb Raider. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you had to take the battery out to put Tomb Raider in and shit. Like, no, not going to bother with that shit.
Let's take a look at Tomb Raider on the N-Gage here for you.
Can we?
I think so.
It's like had that weird screen. This is going to be weird.
Here you go. Look at this.
Wow, you're missing a lot of screen here, boys. This came out 2003?
Yeah.
Amazing. Show me the gameplay. Here we go.
That's cool.
What do you do? Oh, I bet they're trying to figure out all the controls.
Yeah, he keeps hitting the wrong button because the buttons are over on the numpad.
Yeah. He's walking up these paths. Go faster. Let's play Tomb Raider. You should already know how to run and jump by now. Walk to the ledge. Oh, that's a weird loading or save screen.
This guy did this for 5.5 hours. He's struggling too.
I mean,
how are we ever gonna beat this game if you're just doing this stuff? I'm an hour and a half in, and this is as good as he's gotten. I'm guessing this game was hard to play.
Probably on this, but it seems to run okay. I mean, on a handheld like this, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I wouldn't buy an N-Gage for this.
I exclusively play Tomb Raider on the N-Gage.
Oh, really?
Only.
What was your experience?
I finished it in 4 hours and 43 minutes.
Oh, where's the T-Rex? Did you already beat it? He's in the area. I'm just trying to... He should have already gotten to it by now. I think he already beat it. Yeah, he did.
Was it right here?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, back more. Just a bit. I think he already beat it still. Damn. He's over there getting the cog. I was hoping we'd see him, like, shoot the... Yeah, here we go. This has to be it, right? No, what is he doing?
This is wild.
This is the slowest playthrough of Tomb Raider ever.
Reminds me of that guy playing Doom on the internet. Have you seen that?
You should just show everybody. Nah, let's see here. What? Dude!
What is this guy doing?
I don't know. We should just stop. This is driving me nuts. This is driving me insane.
That's why I kept going.
I just can't watch that.
Game I was talking about playing earlier, Balatro. They had a situation over was this in Europe?
Yeah, in Europe or England.
With the PEGI board, the board that rates the video games over there. PEGI 18 is the rating they gave Balatro.
It'd be 18 to play that game.
It should pretty much have like a E rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what you played?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it gave them a PEGI 18 rating, which did affect sales over there because of the way games are restricted in other countries. Mm-hmm. They got a little bit more handle on how those are sold here. Here in America, I don't think it matters, especially in this all-digital world.
Yeah, not really.
Kids get access to all those games.
They can just do it.
But they won their appeal, and the game got reduced to PEGI 12. Some of it a little bit that causes the rating and definitely to be a little higher in Europe than it is here is just because of the fact that there's gambling involved. It's a gambling themes. But yeah, PEGI 18 was absolutely crazy for a game like Balatro.
Yeah, that's nuts. They just didn't even know. They just assumed it was gambling. Yeah, here it's E10 plus.
E10 plus.
That's just wild.
Yeah. And E10 plus is, I mean, that's just a rating that says, it doesn't always mean that the content's not necessarily for children.
Yeah.
As that children wouldn't understand it as much. But yeah, PEGI 12 over there, as opposed to PEGI 18 opens it a lot up to get some more sales and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, way to go, Balatro. Yeah.
Good thing they pulled through.
Yeah.
Glad it happened.
Oh, we got some PlayStation news again here. Remember that PSVR 2 that was dead on arrival?
Yeah.
3 first-party games that all came out at launch.
Are there any killer apps for PSVR 2 yet?
Gran Turismo is what everyone says is really the pinnacle of PSVR 2. Gran Turismo 7.
And you don't even have to play that with VR.
Yeah. That's correct. They lowered the price to $3.99.
Looks like both bundles are priced the same. You get the Horizon Wild Calls bundle for the same price if you can find it.
As the just base bitch one?
I guess so, because I couldn't see any difference between the two aside from the game, unless I'm just completely fucking blind.
Yeah, from what I understand, this is just the unit.
Yeah, it's the unit, the controllers, and the headset.
I just don't think I've ever seen this, like, in the wild. When I've seen PSVR 2, it's always the Horizon bundle.
Yeah. So. One thing, too, is people are complaining about how they can't buy the controllers on their own. You have to buy a whole-ass unit.
Yeah, that's crazy, too, is you can't replace your Sense controllers. You have to buy a new unit. I mean, this thing was a disaster at launch. Everyone knew that, Sony wasn't going to kind of figure this out twice. Because they struggled a little bit with the first one, and then they lowered the price on it, and it sold great. The PSVR 1 sold great.
It was capable enough.
Yeah.
You could use it. It was a fun entry-level VR situation.
Yeah, and there was a lot of cool stuff for it that was like, okay, I don't really want to get into PC VR, but you had a lot of the hit apps like, your Beat Sabers and a bunch of third-party major studios made some little, adventures for it and things like that.
Updates to existing games.
Like, I remember like one of the Tomb Raider games got a VR mode.
Yeah.
And all sorts of stuff. Resident Evil was a big one that got a VR mode.
Elite Dangerous, something like that.
Elite Dangerous.
A bunch of them did.
And then they started talking about PSVR 2 and quickly let everyone know this is not going to play your PSVR 1 library. And everyone was like, well, I don't play my PSVR 1 library. Why would I buy a new one where I have to start over?
It's like, what? That was the craziest thing, too, hearing that. And we kind of suspected it in some ways.
And they came out with an adapter when the PS5 came out, and it was free. I got an adapter. Like, they were like forced to. I guess they would have gotten sued or something.
Yeah.
I just filled out a little thing on the internet, and they sent me a free adapter to plug my PSVR 1 into my PS5 to play my PSVR 1 titles through backwards compatibility. I did it once.
Yeah.
I know where the PSVR is, though. It's over there. In that red chest there.
Maybe we'll drag it out. Hopefully it still works.
Oh, God. Yeah, but there you go. That's Alien Rogue Incursion, Skydance's Behemoth, Metro Awakening VR are some new ones that have just come out. Ace of Thunders, Dreams of Another, Hitman World of Assassination VR.
That's probably fun.
It looks goofy as shit, but it also looks very fun. And the Midnight Walk are games that are upcoming. And also, as we know, they released the update last year where you can get the adapter that I believe is like, what, $60, $50?
Probably.
To be able to use PSVR 2 on your computer with Steam VR, basically, the games. And honestly, the new price, I think they're going to see some people who might have been holding out a little bit that are interested in some PC VR. Might opt to pick this one up because it's a decent VR headset in terms of resolution and quality.
Yeah.
None of the real features of it that work with PlayStation.
Eye tracking
work with that. But as we've talked about before, eye tracking is not really an application that's used in a lot of VR games on the grand scheme of things. So you're not missing out on too much with no eye tracking in there. But yeah, it's I remember wearing it when Ed got it, which I'm sure he plays it all the time. Like I said he would. But it looks good, especially compared to the PSVR 1. Oh my God, it looks great.
Oh yeah,
phenomenal.
It's much crisper than that.
So yeah, right now, I mean, your mid-range VR options do kind of change if you're just wanting to get into something. There's the recommendation of just getting you an Oculus 3. But now I guess at $399 the PS5, but you got to get that adapter too, so it's still up there. It's kind of a little more expensive.
That is important. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, because you can't just hardwire straight in. You have to buy an adapter. Which, let's see here.
You have to buy a memory card, Mom.
This adapter that we saw.
Yep.
Right there. And
you can finally play Half-Life Alyx.
$60.
Yep. It is $60.
Yeah, $60 for that adapter. So yeah, I mean, to get PSVR going on your computer, it's still almost a $500 endeavor.
Dang.
Because you need the adapter. So yeah, if you're really waiting and you've been kind of wanting to get into it and you got a PC that's capable and you don't want to spend a bunch of money on the PSVR or some other crazy headset, as always, the Oculus 3 is probably your best bet to go with. And
easy enough too.
Yeah, I'd say so. Where do we go? This is something.
This popped up on the internet somewhere, and I found a screenshot of it. But it's basically just kind of a a check or a state of the gaming journalism industry.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, really? It's in Discord.
Let's drag this over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's been a lot going on right now, especially, and I mean, I know this dude lurks around like gaming Twitter and sees how much of a joke it is and everything, where everybody thinks they're hi, we're not. We just report the news other people reported, which is kind of what the other people do.
Technically, yeah.
We're not journalists.
Yeah.
I never think we said we were. We're very upfront with showing you the sites that we got our story from, but we talk about them. We're more, opinionists.
Yeah. We don't really care. We're not trying to sell you anything.
Yeah. We're just here reporting shit other people have done, and all we're doing is just opinionating on it and speculating on it. And that's it, in an entertaining way, having fun. But he basically said there's only maybe 24 actual like legit like game journalists left in the entire industry, because everyone else is, you got to look at like how IGN works now. It's like that's not game journalism at this point.
Not really, no.
Most of it is just sensational entertainment. A lot of people think that they've definitely got a lot of bias for PlayStation, a lot, and very select games. And if it's not your game or that person's game, or if it is something that competes with that game that the fans don't like, you'll find that IGN doesn't favor it either. Their review scores in terms of reviewing things have not made sense forever, so that's never been in the conversation.
You've never been able to trust IGN for anything.
We'll play a game one night. We'll have to prep this one out, or we'll just like do, here's a great game and here's the rating it got. Here's a rating that got a little bit higher for this game.
It's wild seeing some of the craziness in their reviews.
Yeah.
And what they say sometimes.
There's a lot of stuff out there where you find reviewers who the same reviewer reviewed this and then reviewed that and blatantly contradicts themselves.
Yep.
In their opinion on what they like to see in a game, and then the other reviews like, what I hate to see this in a game, and it's like, wait, here's your other article that's still available to everyone on the internet. So Jason Schreier really calling it like it is, actually, is there's not many actual game journalists left, so we're all just kind of regurgitating each other's news. It's just who can be more entertaining about it to their audience. I don't know. I like the way we do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Chill out, hang out.
It's not our job.
Have some beers.
For fun.
Yeah, I'm not doing this for money. I never have. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. If you have a Twitch Prime subscription, Amazon Prime, you can click the sub button if you have the two linked, and there's a free sub in there. You can or just subscribe to my OnlyFans, either way.
We'll make it work somehow.
Yeah. So, social media, just everybody thinks that they're reporting on games or that they know what's up. You've got sites that are actually just like fanboy forums that post things from there in a format that makes it seem like they're an article, and then you'll see other people on Twitter source that as their source.
Yep. It's so weird seeing how how information spreads on the internet sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Man, I mean, we're kind of plowing through this news a little quicker than I thought we would.
Yeah,
I feel like we've talked about everything tonight, but we are just now we're getting through. We did start a little late, so I'm glad today's news is wrapping up a little short. But I feel like we packed a lot into a little chunk here, and I feel like we've talked about a bunch of stuff. But wait. We've got one more.
Okay.
It is the end of February. That means March free games from PlayStation are coming, and boy, they've dropped.
What's in the dumpster?
Oh, well. You remember when Suicide Squad flopped?
Yeah.
And then Sony gave it away as the free game?
I do. I also remember when Saints Row flopped. And Sony
remember when Saints Row Reboot flopped? And Sony gave it away as the free game?
Uh-huh.
There's another one.
This is the third time.
This is the 4th time.
Oh, did I miss one?
Yeah, I can't remember the other one.
Which one was it? Oh. PS Plus games. Flops. I don't know.
I can't remember what they gave us, but it was another flop.
Suicide Squad.
And it was the featured game.
It was the featured game.
It was the one that's in the big square when they show you the 3 games you get. I saw it earlier today and I laughed because I'm like, oh man.
Payday 3.
Is that it? Was it Payday 3? I actually commented on it, so I can pull it up and confirm that.
It might have been Payday 3.
Let's see.
But that one flopped at launch.
Yes, sir. It absolutely did.
Took a nosedive.
Let's see. It was Immortals.
Immortals of Avium. Okay.
Yeah, Immortals of Avium.
That was a flop too.
Yeah, and PlayStation gave it to you as the free game. 5 months ago, a little game came out, and well, it flopped.
It didn't do anywhere near the sales it wanted.
So guess what? PlayStation's going to give it to you as the free game.
What? No way.
Dragon Age the Veilguard.
It came out 5 months ago.
There you go, ladies and
This is
gentlemen.
the month 5 anniversary of this game coming out, and it's free on PlayStation.
Yeah, this is a game that is still full price.
Wow.
And a Dragon Age title.
Yeah.
We know how all this went down. But, yeah, 5 months in, and it is already the free monthly game. These are the games that you go in and you claim if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, and you can keep these games in your library as long as you have the service for all of time until they shut it all down.
Yeah.
But also, you're getting some things. The Sonic Colors Ultimate, which some people really like Sonic Colors, so that's a good get.
I think it was broken at launch, though.
Yeah.
There were some things that were broken about it. I forget what it was, though.
Yeah, that's available. And then the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection, which is pretty cool. It's a bunch of ROMs of old Ninja Turtle games.
Bunch of ROMs.
It's a bunch of ROMs.
It is a bunch of ROMs, but there's gameplay in there. You could have fun.
Yeah. Oh, lots of fun. Lots of fun. It's got the arcade games, like the NES games, SNES, stuff like that.
If it's got TMNT 1989, I'm set.
Yeah, yes, I believe it has that. And,
there we go.
There you go. I am not a PlayStation Plus subscriber, and as we keep track, no, this is not the month that brings me back to the service.
PS Minus Flops Collection.
Yeah.
All right.
My PlayStation Plus ran out in like May or June.
Yeah, you just let it expire?
I had no use for it. I hadn't booted up my PlayStation in so long. And, you know, I'm real good on Game Pass Ultimate, especially being a PC gamer, too. And then, you know, just having my Play Anywhere, share it. And, you know, the wife plays, like, Starfield and shit. So, and we own that. We paid $300 to own that.
You own a cred stick.
Yep. Literally a credit stick. But yeah, that'll be available for everybody that's on PlayStation Plus to claim starting March 4th. The first Tuesday of every month is when they do that. So there you go.
Probably claim that Turtles game. Maybe that Sonic.
Yeah, get that Sonic game. Get that Turtles game.
Yeah. Those would be good gets.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really got into Dragon Age, though, so no thanks.
No.
5 months. Wow. They must have made money from this deal, though. Like, however much money you can make from, like, pre-buying.
I mean, nobody's ever talked about how much really these people make when they're the free game on the service. Because, yeah, I mean, they got to buy a lot of copies. You know how many people are going to claim Dragon Age and never play it? Danny Hyphen!
Yeah.
Right over there. He's going to claim it, and he's never going to play it.
I won't even install it.
He's not going to install it. He's going to hit a button, and it's going to go, added to library.
That's it. That's all.
Just in case.
Just in case I never want to play this game.
Just in case. Just in case they're like, did you know that dude from the Veilguard Dragon Age studio killed all those people, and he left a note about it in Veilguard, and you can find it? Like that's why Danny Hyphen will boot it up one day, so we can go find the note that the dude that went crazy. That's student. No, that didn't happen. I'm just Yeah. You claim these things. You never know. Sometimes you know, but like there's a lot of shit games. I'm like, you don't need to claim that. But like when this comes around, this is something that people are gonna talk about for a long time. Like, remember when Dragon Age Veilguard came out? So there you go. March 4th. Go claim them up, ladies and gentlemen. Get you some. And there you go. That is the news for this week. Next week we'll have another exciting batch of stories for you. So,
what's the next flop game we'll get from PlayStation?
What's coming next from them? I don't even know.
I'm just trying to think of the next flop, or the flop that it's. Like,
I'm trying to think about what their next game is. Yodi coming out this year? I think Yodi's coming out this year.
Maybe. I know that. When's Intergalactic coming out? Is that this year?
Fucking, that's going to be like 2027, 2028.
Gotta be, right?
Nobody knows when that's coming out. That might be next gen.
Yeah, it's probably going to be PS.
Yeah, Wolverine is going to come out next year, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the next?
I think it's Yodi.
Okay.
Yodi.
Okay. I was just trying to think of the next flop game they're going to give us for free.
Well, the next flop game they're going to give us for free. Forza Horizon. All right. Thanks for watching the news, everybody. This is the Russ Factor Show. We're going to take us a little short break, and then, as I said, we're going to come back, and we have a little PC Gaming Spring Demo Fest for you here. I think we have, 5 or 6 games. 6 games. Break Arts 3, it looks real Chinese and robots. Cubic Odyssey looks like some sort of highly saturated Minecraft action RPG.
Okay.
Descenders Next, snowboarding. Danny Hyphen's probably going to get down on that one. Gothic Remake. None of us has ever played Gothic, but THQ came out with Gothic 1 Remake. So,
all right.
We'll be taking a look at Gothic for the first time. For all you Gothic fans out there, they're remaking it. Mecha Break, that little commercial we saw earlier with those fighting robot mechs. And something called Total Chaos, which looks like spooky horror first person.
Okay.
Whapping people over the head with poles and shooting a shotgun and stuff.
Cool.
Monsters and demons and stuff in
Can't
the dark.
wait to see you play that.
So, yeah, all that's coming up and more as we get into the gaming portion of our evening here tonight. I'm excited. Last minute little playlist of games to put together. It's going to be a great show. We're going to hate all these games. Nah, there's going to be at least a couple in there we like. So stick around, everybody. It is the Russ Factor Show. We will be right back.